Hello, everybody. Welcome to Rat Salad Review. This is album versus album.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hello. Can't believe you guys got on board with me.
You like a lot of cheesy stuff. I can't even say that because I like some cheesy stuff too.
That's one of the best songs on this record.
But I was forced to listen to the debut for this album, and I was impressed.
I feel like the title track is a little weak, honestly. Am I gonna get crucified for saying this?
Yeah.
Nope. Please get me off this fucking program.
Everybody's good.
No, I hate that song. Welcome to Rat Salad Review. We are here today to celebrate the life
Of Adam Roehsner, a very good friend of mine who unfortunately left us back in 2006, but he was a great dude all around and is very responsible for a lot of my taste in music and certain bands I'm definitely into. So we're going to do this AVA tonight in tribute to him, along with something else later in the month. To two bands he really turned me on to that are some of favorites of mine to this day. One is Coroner, Punishment for Decadence,
Nice.
and then Kreator's Terrible Certainty.
Nice.
And the Death Cult was actually the first Coroner he played for me, but this is actually the vinyl he gave me.
Oh, really?
Of this album that I still have. Yeah.
Nice. I don't think I've ever seen the vinyl.
I've got that one and R.I.P. the first one, but I bought that later on.
Yeah, I just have the record, the CDs.
But yeah, that was always one of his favorites, and subsequently it's one of mine. It's an awesome record, and so is Terrible Certainty.
That's right. They are.
Yeah. Although, and again, Pleasure to Kill was and Flag of Hate was actually the first Kreator he got me into, but Terrible Certainty came out closer to Punishment for Decadence, and I feel Kreator develops a little bit more on it.
Yeah.
It gets a little bit more technical, like Coroner is.
Right.
Punishment for Decadence.
Yeah. After I listened to both of them the last few days, I can see why you didn't pick Pleasure to Kill. That's a lot more death metal
Yeah.
than Terrible Certainty is.
Yeah, Pleasure to Kill would go up good against a Death record or something like that, but it's real. It's still technical in some respects, but it's way more death metal than Terrible Certainty is.
Yeah. Although that is one of my favorite Kreator albums.
Oh, it's one of the best.
That has the best opener on any album. The
You
first
think
song.
so?
I think
Yeah.
so. No, I don't think so, really, but it's one of my favorite. First
I
track.
was gonna say it's a great one, but
It is. Well, because sometimes you get an album, and the album doesn't always open with like the best song. You know, sometimes you get them, and yeah, those are usually the first single that the bands put out or whatever. But a lot of times, the first song's not that great. But
that's true.
that Kreator album, that's a classic opener. As opposed to the Terrible Certainty album, I don't think that's really a strong opener.
You don't like Blind Faith?
I do. I like the whole album, but I don't think that's a good opener. Like, they maybe could have picked something else.
Yeah, possibly.
I should have grabbed the CD, and I could have looked at the...
Well,
Tracklist.
I have the CD right here. I'm not real worried about that. My whole thing is it's really bugging me that I can't fucking remember what the first song on Pleasure to Kill is right now. It's right in the front of my mind, too.
It's Pleasure to Kill. Isn't it?
No, it's not. Ripping Corpse is the first song. That's what I thought.
Oh, yes. Okay, yes.
No, what kept screwing me up is, I don't have that one on vinyl, so I either listen to it on CD or I listen to it on the computer. And on the CD, the intro's separated and its own track called Choir of the Damned.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, Ripping Corpse. That's right.
Yeah, Ripping Corpse is amazing.
No, I love that song.
Yeah. But I like Blind Faith a lot, too. I mean, me personally, I'd have chose Storming with Menace as the opener. That's one of my favorite Kreator songs of all time.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Interesting. Why?
It's got a really strong, memorable chorus you can shout along to. The riffs are great. The groove's real memorable. It's fucking brutal, and it's technical on top of it.
Yeah.
You know, the guitar works great, and it hits you like a brick wall.
Like the brick wall behind you.
Yes. That's a fireplace, but sure.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's a brick wall. Brick fireplace. I remember when I first heard of Kreator, it was back in high school. I don't know what part of high school. It's like maybe the beginning of high school. And I heard of them in a magazine. They were compared to, German metal bands. And of course, me being a huge Halloween fan, I said, I got to check out Kreator because they're from Germany. And if Halloween's from Germany, and I love Halloween, I got to love Kreator. So a friend of mine had a brother that actually had some Kreator albums, and he went home and copied 2 of them for me. One of them being Terrible Certainty. And I actually heard this one first. And I wasn't too crazy about it at first, because it wasn't Halloween. I'm thinking, more power metal type style stuff. And, of course, Millie's vocals, aren't the greatest at this time. They're not like Halloween style type stuff. It fits Kreator. Yeah. But it wasn't what I envisioned in my mind it to be.
No, not even close.
No.
I would not compare them to Halloween at all.
No. I quickly found that out. But you could kind of compare them to Walls of Jericho Halloween. They have, because Walls of Jericho is more kind of like a thrashy, almost very, not really death metal-ish, but...
I mean, not death metal at all. Don't even try that. But it is thrashier, but I mean, that's really reaching for a connection.
They were on the death metal sampler thing back in the day. That's how Halloween got their start, so they were lumped in with death metal. So... But yeah, I never considered them, and actually, I never considered Kreator death metal either. They're not death metal.
No.
I could say that maybe the first album,
Pleasure to Kill and Endless Pain, definitely have elements of death metal to them, but they're still thrash metal records.
Yeah. But it took a while for me to get used to Terrible Certainty, but after I kept listening to it, I really got into it. And then I saw the video for Toxic Trace, and then I just said, all right, that's a really cool song. And
yeah, Adam had that Doomsday News compilation, the video collection, and that had Toxic Trace on it, and Masked Jackal from that Coroner record, too.
Okay. Yeah, so after I heard that, I had to, listen to the album again, and then, I love Storming with Menace. That's, your favorite song.
Oh, yeah.
As the World Burns, that's a great song. That's another one that's got a really cool chorus.
Yep. I love Terrible Certainties, too. That's another great song, the title track.
Yeah. There's really not any bad songs on this album. The only thing that is bad, and it has always been bad for Kreator, is their guitar solos. I'm talking old Kreator, not anything past Renewal. Anything beyond that, they've got a guitar player that can actually do solos. But back in this day and age, the solos were total garbage.
I like them.
It sounds like if you people listen to the intro of our show and you listen to the solo that I did at the end of that, that's what a Kreator solo sounds like.
Wrong.
It fits their style. It's just when you listen to it, there's just no rhyme or reason to them. It's just somebody going off and just doing whatever notes kind of maybe work with the song, and then that's it. But
there's definite purpose behind it. I mean, they're not just pissing notes like Paul Gilbert does.
I never felt there was purpose to any of the Kreator solos. This era, new stuff is in the store.
Fair enough. I disagree, but
that's me coming from listening to bands that have solos and actually, they have melodies and things like that. Kreator's just, it's like
it's extreme. It's chaos.
But even like with Slayer has wild solos, and a lot of them don't make sense, but they make them sound like they fit in with the song. Kreator is just totally different. But that's also the whole German thrash thing too, still.
Yeah, German tech thrash, Teutonic thrash, whatever you want to call it. It's definitely its own style, and they have their own way of doing things. Because destruction is pretty odd in some of the same ways you're talking about. Too.
Oh, please! If we ever have a destruction show, oh my god! I don't think they learned to play their instruments until they came back in like 2000.
Yeah, them and Venom both, but I still love their early albums.
Yeah, I do too. I love Destruction's really cool. But yeah, just listening to the Terrible Certainty just brought me back to high school. My friend gave me these tapes, and I'm listening to them, and just brought back memories.
Yeah, all their 80s records. I mean, me too. I listened to them all throughout high school. I didn't get Coma of Souls or any of the other stuff until a little bit after that. But Terrible Certainty especially, I listened to this record a lot. I've had this CD forever.
Yeah, me too. I actually think I had maybe the original version first, and then I got the remastered, and then I, sold off the original one. Silly me.
I picked up this Japanese one used somewhere. I don't remember where now.
Yeah. That's the one. Show it to the audience here. That's the one that's got
sure.
The EP on the back of there. Yeah. And if you, like you mentioned before, we were talking before the show, on the front cover. Yep.
Yeah, you can definitely see where Ghost got their makeup and costume ideas from.
Yeah, right there, the guy.
Look at this album cover.
Yeah, I'd say so. And the back,
and then
the guy in the back. That's
one of the best album covers ever.
Yep, that's Joey Ramone.
It does look like Joey Ramone. But yes, it also has the full version of that Out of the Dark Into the Light EP on this, and is only on this CD version of it.
Yeah.
Which includes Gangland, which is a Tigers of Pantang cover, which was only on the Japanese version of Out of the Dark Into the Light. Other than that, on the rest of the world, it was on the Behind the Mirror single.
Interesting.
Yeah, which is another amazing song.
Yeah, you mentioned that before, and then I, like an idiot, ran back there and looking for the CDs and frantically looking for that song because I knew I had it. But I had it at one point on the cassette, but I don't have it on any of the CDs, which is weird because I have like a best of album, and you think they would have put it on there, and they didn't.
It is on one of them. I just can't remember which one, but any Kreator compilation release is generally very poor.
Yeah.
Noise seems to put them out as cash grabs
because
they know people will buy them. There's only ever like a couple exclusive tracks on them. Most of the time, it's live stuff.
Yeah, and that's what one of them is. It's got a couple live stupid things on there that are pointless. But if anybody wants to go back, we actually did a show about Y&T, and who was the other band? Did we do Y&T and Lita Ford?
Yeah, I think
we did Y&T and Lita Ford. If anybody wants to go back and watch that episode. pretty good episode. And I remembered when we would listen to that album that Gangland was Kreator covered that song, so that reminded me of this album, well, of the EP.
Yeah, it wasn't Lita Ford. It was the Tigers of Pantang versus Tokyo Blade.
Yes. Why would I think Y&T? I don't know. Forgive me. It's been a long day. You don't know what I went through today.
Oh boy. So much for that Millie interview.
Oh yeah, forget that. That's never going to happen. All right. What about?
And then in an interesting connection between the two of them, because even though they were both technical thrash bands, Coroner is Swiss, but Tommy Vetterli, after Coroner folded in the '90s, went and played guitar for Kreator on a couple albums.
Okay.
Yeah, Cause for Conflict and Endorama, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I loved Cause for Conflict. It's a good one. Another one I used to listen to when I was on the bus to school.
Yeah, I got memories of all that, fucking watching the sun come up in the winter, listening to the Death Symbolic on my Walkman.
Yeah, that I never did. All right. What about Coroner?
Coroner, Punishment for Decadence, their second album. Just an awesome record. Produced in West Berlin by Harris Johns, who also did Voivod's Killing Technology and Dimension Hatros albums.
Oh, wow. Now you mentioned that, I can hear some Voivod influences on this.
Yep, yeah, these, the Coroner records he works on and the Voivod albums have a couple different sonic similarities that are pretty neat. You can definitely pick up on his production style.
Yeah. Yeah, like now you mentioned that. I was, I kind of did hear that when I was listening to it, but I just figured that's, they liked the Voivod, so just, what their influences came out on that,
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. And they were friends. Yeah, and this is one, I don't think they ever did a bad album. There's a lot of people that don't like their 90s stuff, like Grin, but
I love Grin.
Yeah, me too. That's an awesome record. It's just different. They evolved, and people weren't happy about the change. But for their thrash stuff, Punishment for Decadence is definitely my favorite album from that era. Yeah. I'd have to take Death Cult, the demo, with Tom Warrior from Celtic Frost singing for them.
Oh, yeah.
Overall, just because it's just as crazy and as amazing and as technical as, Rip and Punishment are. Mm. But it's so much rawer, and fucking Tom Warrior's singing.
I know, that's pretty cool, right?
Yeah, you can't beat that.
No.
But there isn't a bad song on this record, man. And the instrumentation and the musicianship is just amazing. Right. They're such a tight band.
Yeah. Definitely, I think so. The only problem I had, though, was there wasn't as many catchy songs. Like the music, I love the music. All the thrash and the riffs are all good. Mm-hmm. I'm listening to the album and I'm memorizing, the guitar riffs and things like that. But the lyric and vocal parts, I kind of just escaped my mind.
Well, and again, that's kind of part of the difference between you and me, because I memorize a lot of the musical parts and the riffs and stuff, which is why stuff like Millie's voice has never bothered me, and even with Napalm Death and stuff like that, I had to go read the lyric sheet a lot of times before I knew what they were talking about. Yeah. And it's cool knowing the lyrics, and after reading them you can kind of pick it out, but it's more about the music itself than the vocals. The vocals just kind of add texture to it.
Right.
But I don't know. I think they come up with some pretty catchy parts lyrically on this. Mass Jackal's got some good parts. Shadow of a Lost Dream has a great chorus.
Mm-hmm.
Standing in front of a wall, hitting it with my fist. Sudden Fall's a really good one.
Yeah.
with that little ascending guitar riff and sudden fall. You know?
Wow. Sound like you dropped something.
Sort of. Yeah. Yeah, I dropped that beat, dude.
Oh, wow. Watch out. Dropping beats over here on Rat Salad Review. Album versus album. Drop beaters. Yeah, no, like I said, the music's cool. It's just, I'm not, afraid of his vocals or nothing. I'm not against them. It's just that the Kreator album has more, I don't want to say melody kind of stuff, but the catchier choruses kind of thing, you know?
Yeah. Well, no, I don't. I think Coroner does, honestly.
Really? Because I don't find I don't find any catchiness at all in the Coroner. Yeah, as far as
I mean,
vocals stuff
goes. They don't always do it, but like the songs I named, like I said, and the songs that they do, I think that's really memorable.
Yeah.
As the chorus parts, but yeah, Kreator probably does it more. Well, I don't know. That's kind of hard to say.
Yeah. I don't know. But that's for me. But it's also coming from me because I'm more familiar with Kreator. I mean, I know who Coroner is, and I have all their albums, but I'm still fairly new to them. You know?
Yeah.
I would have known them a little bit better because way back in the day, my grandfather went to a yard sale one time, and he goes, "Oh, I found a whole bunch of cassettes this person's selling." All right, so he takes me over there to the person's house, and this kid is a heavy metal fanatic or whatever. I go to his room, and I see where all the cassettes that he has are, where his cassettes are, and there's Coroner albums, there's Destruction albums. Actually, this is where I first heard Destruction because I knew who they were, so I of course grabbed all the tapes that he had. Celtic Frost cassettes. That's where I first heard Celtic Frost, and Devastation, and all that stuff. But stupid me, I left the Coroner there. I saw Coroner.
Foolish.
Now, yes, I'm foolish. At the time, I see Coroner, and I'm thinking, Coroner, the logo looks kind of death metal, and I'm not into death metal, so I'm just not going to buy it. So I didn't buy it, and I left it there. And he had all.
That sucks.
Yeah. So if I would have bought them then, I would have listened to them and known them a lot better. Silly me.
I've had all of them on vinyl and CD at various points in time, but I've lost most of them here and there.
Yeah, I tried to hang on to my stuff.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to go into that.
I know.
It wasn't exactly possible, but anyway.
And if you're looking at good of anything else, I'll be glad to buy it from you.
Yeah, no, not going to happen.
Hey, I still got your records.
Yeah, I know you do. I'm glad you do, though.
You want to see them?
No, not really. We're not talking about King Diamond right now.
I know what
talking about two bands I actually like better than King Diamond. So.
Shut your mouth.
Oh, dude, it's not even a question.
Really? That's interesting.
I mean, that's everything about Punishment for Decadence is beautiful, right down to the fucking album cover. It's a perfect album, and it's just so intense.
Yeah, that's one thing I do like about the Coroner album covers. They all have that, like, on the side of it, they have that line. Well, except for that one that you did, the record. But they all have that.
The records don't have that. The CD releases.
Yeah, I like that little strip thing on the side because it just makes the albums look uniformed, you know?
Yeah.
I like that. And of course, Kreator has just awesome artwork, pretty much for, well, most of the 80s stuff. Except for, like, Extreme Aggression and Renewal and stuff like that. Those are pretty bad.
Yeah. Well, Renewal was the 90s.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
You did that album one time.
Extreme Aggression doesn't really look bad. I mean, it's just a band photo. It's just kind of bland, that's all.
Yeah, but Terrible Certainty, that's a great album cover. I love that album.
Yeah, that one, and Pleasure to Kill, and Endless Pain's pretty cool, too.
Yeah, the shame that album sucks. That's another topic for another day. So, what are you giving Kreator?
Terrible Certainty, I would give a 9.
9. Yeah, I'm going to give it a 9 too. Yeah, I'd say it's worth a 9. Like I said, that album's good. The only thing I don't like is the solos, but I can deal with it. It's Kreator. I let them get away with it. That's
Fair
their
enough.
That's their thing. What about Coroner?
The Coroner, I really would have to give a 10, and some of that might be nostalgia, but I love that record, and it's one of their best. I mean, maybe 9.5 because the production on the vocals always bothered me a little bit. He's a little bit too low in the mix.
Yeah. Yeah. I just equate that to being like the 80s, you know?
It's tough to say because they're both really good. Fuck it. I'll give them both a 9.5. Why not?
Well, I'm sticking with a 9 with Kreator. And as far as Coroner, I'm gonna do 7.
Really? Yeah.
I like like I said, I like the music part. I just wish that the choruses were more like Kreator's and they were more memorable. You know, I wish I could remember more of the lyric side than the music side. Like I said,
that's funny because I remember both.
I don't know. You know what it is? You're more used to that style than I am. Even though I do listen to a lot of bands that are that way, but I like the bands that make things more, I guess kind of like dumb it down a little bit with the the chorus stuff, you know.
You like a little commercial, man.
Right. Yeah, exactly. That's what helps me remember, you know.
Yeah.
You know,
because that's why you're Wayne Noon Disco Duck and I'm the Dragon.
That's right.
Do the hustle.
God, I hate that song. All right, so let's see.
I can't believe people had to take had to take classes to learn that dance. Like, seriously, 1970s America, how much fucking coke were you on?
Fucking hustle dance. All right, so who won here? I think Kreator won, right? Yes, Kreator has won.
I think we have to call it a tie.
Since this is
no, I know Kreator won technically, but
yes,
I really do think though everybody should hear both and pick up both.
Of course,
yeah.
I would suggest to pick both of these albums up, especially the Kreator one. That's the better one. Terrible Certainty.
Nah, Punishment for Decadence is the best.
No, get them both. You won't be unhappy with either one.
Yeah, it's hard to say because, you know, they're both kind of my go-to albums from the bands. They're both really good.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how much of a problem it would be to pick a winner until I actually really thought about it.
Yeah, that's the one thing. And if it ever happens where there's a tie, we have to really think of a tiebreaker. I guess we'd have to pick, like, best album artwork.
Something like that, yeah.
But so far, we haven't had that situation happen, so we're all right.
No. Yep.
All right. I think that concludes this week's album versus album. Versus Kreator versus Coroner. There we go.
Oh,
Punishment
wait,
for Decadence.
and
Terrible.
we've also got Punishment for Decadence with the other cover.
Oh, look at that. If you're watching the YouTube, you can see what the album covers look like. If you're not, you're out of luck. All right. That is it, everybody.
Yep, thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in. We shall see you on the other side. Bye.
Oh, I thought we weren't going to say anything after that. I thought you were going to end on a laugh. It sounded cool. That's why I was quiet.
No, I always have to say bye.
Oh.
It's just a habit.
Okay, OCD. Do what you want.
We're still recording. I'm going to let them wait.
No, I know you're still recording, but it's not like we're live. I figured you just cut the video right there.
No, we're live.
No, we're not.
We're live, baby. I'm going to let whoever's listening to this wait and see what it's really going to end.
Okay.
And they're going to wait for nothing, because there's nothing at the end of this. Goodbye.
That's fine, yeah.
No.
I'm going to get more fruit punch.
Ending it there.